In our very last video, we were extensively discussing exactly how artificial intelligence was functioning within all of those various foundational tools. Now we're coming to a very important part, prompting. So every prompt that you type into your assistant, what are you going to do? For example, you might say, "Hi, help me with XYZ. Let me provide you with a few potential answers, but they might not be the precise or specific information you're looking for right now." That's exactly why you need to ensure that you clearly communicate to the assistant what role it should play. They have to play right now. So let's understand this. When you write, you should explain what kind of answer you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for an answer at a very beginner level. It could be from an intern, from a boss, from an expert in marketing, an expert architect, or maybe a DBA. So first, you need to carefully define the specific role, then clearly state the exact task you want performed. If you have additional supporting documents or specific values to add, make sure to include all the relevant context as well. Then precisely specify the output format you need, such as if you want it presented in a clean code format. You should also consider factors like confidence levels, supporting evidence, and all those other important things, including an escape hatch for the model to use if it is unsure. So write that down as well. If you're unclear or not confident, say that you're unclear. That way I can rephrase it or give you a better answer. Because whenever you're asking, suppose you come to me and ask anything. If I don't know the exact context, for example, if you come and ask which stored procedure we used last time or which code we wrote then, I don't know what context you have in mind. I don't know, right? I won't be able to understand. You might get frustrated, but that won't help because I don't know the context. So if you're clear about your context and tell me exactly what role I'm supposed to play at that moment, then I can help you better. It's the same with ChatGPT or any AI models. They can help you in the same way. Okay, so if you just, for example, look at the chat and write 5 lines based on the above rules, the results you get from this model will be completely different. Let's discuss the next part. So, 6 habits that fix 80% of bad outputs. So we need to understand that you shouldn't just ask short questions. For example, explain like, say, summarize in 5 bullet points for a CFO who only has 30 seconds. Let's summarize this. Explain exactly what you need. Show an example. Paste a perfect example. Demonstrating like this teaches more than a paragraph of rules. Meaning, if you know, like give the some, for example, take several of your emails that you've written to executives and paste them in, and that was good, like you did a great job. Copy those and train your AI to be good. Writing emails in your own tone will help you with proofreading and all those things. But at the same time, it will follow your writing style. So it won't look like something generated by AI. That's something you need to understand. You can utilize this as well. Also, ask it to think first. Sometimes AI tries to reply as quickly as possible. This applies across a wide variety of different areas. You really need to figure out a specific way to proceed. So you might consider asking a question such as, before answering this, you should probably... Okay, the next part is give it an out. If it's unsure, tell it to say so and ask. Iterate, don't restart. Always try to stay in the same chat and keep giving more instructions, better instructions, so it will give you exactly the output you're looking for. Say what works. The best part is whichever chat contains most of your context is the one that's working best. Don't delete that, keep it so that next time you paste and just rewrite, it will automatically rewrite that email and give you a better result. You don't have to brainstorm over and over again, and you don't have to rewrite multiple times. It's because then it already knows your way of writing. So, 3 ways to connect AI to your business. Let me see if I haven't skipped anything. Yes, good. So, it's all about understanding, providing better context, and then by learning from that, the context will give you better answers. Let's see that. Put the document or data directly into the conversation manually. It's instant. Anyone can do it today. Now it's coming. Retrieval. A system fetches the right records automatically and hands them to the model at runtime. That's where RAG comes in. I can explain RAG in another video because it's a very big topic. It would take 10 to 20 minutes to give you that explanation. Tools and agents. The Model X queries, emails, and updates within guardrails, which we're going to cover in the second part. So these days, what's happening is that people are putting in lots of data and they're looking for results. That's happening continuously. Okay, so it's kind of like the same brain growing its reach. First you feed it by hand, then systems feed it, then it acts. Each step adds plumbing and value. So if you understand from the very beginning, you have to do it manually. You have to show the system how to do it. Then the next part comes. The system will automatically give you some autonomous alerts. Approve it, do it. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? And then it moves to automation. That's how it works. We have to be very careful while using these tools, meaning where are we using them? For example, is it a public LLM or is it an enterprise one? You have to understand the difference, especially for enterprise use. Is it using fixed tokens or API tokens? Don't paste your passwords, your secret information, your credentials, or your pricing and customer data into the AI. That's very important. The model is not storing it. That is understandable, but it's still extremely significant. Suppose sometimes people rely on this. They paste such information. Just give me this answer. They're not storing it, they're just memorizing a couple of things. It might get lost if something else is added there. That's important to remember. A very important part is to verify your tips. You cannot blindly trust AI. It's being updated, changed, and many things are happening, but you still can't trust it completely. Like, oh, I use this AI, and now everything is fully automated. It will take time. But don't trust it at first, okay? Next, least privilege. When AI connects to a system, it should only get access to what the task requires. For example, think of it like a professional contractor, meaning you really should not overload the specific context with far too much unnecessary information. Okay? Then have a policy, a one-page document approving tools, approved data, and review rules. It means don't just go in blindly, always keep a dashboard open where you can check the confidence level and just to validate like, oh, this is working, it's working. And after getting the accuracy results, that is the validity, you're basically checking its confidence. How much does the AI actually know? Right now? I can't make anything fully autonomous, otherwise it could cause problems. Maybe it misinterprets something due to a character issue or some extra detail that only you can understand. So we need to be part of like a dashboard where you're going to be involved. If you think of it this way, if the AI's confidence is at 90%, let it proceed. If it's more than 90%, I think it's fine, it's better. If it's less than 90%, someone needs to check and provide more answers. That's how it can validate things automatically. That's how it works. There are 5 things people get wrong. They think it understands things just like a human. No. It models language patterns brilliantly, but you should verify anything important. It has no personal stake in being correct. That's true. That's very true. Right? It learns from every chat. The model is frozen after training. It won't remember you tomorrow unless a product adds memory on top of it. That's a very important point as well. Does that mean you think everything is stored? No. It just sounds confident. Correct. Fluency and accuracy are independent. The wrong answers sound exactly like the right ones, so you have to be very careful. A bigger model always wins. Routine classification runs cheaper and faster on smaller models. Match the engine to the task. For example, sometimes, say you go with open source models, you pick a cheaper one, you pick something else. But the fine tuning isn't done at the level that the bigger models are doing. Like in India, they offered free ChatGPT. They did the same with Gemini, almost free. They have Perplexity, almost free as well. So why are they doing this? How are they doing it? They're trying this because India has the highest adaptability rate. They're adopting AI so quickly. So there are lots of users. Now they're using these users to train their models. That's happening as well. Does it replace people? No, it replaces tasks, the repetitive ones, language-based tasks, saved ones, judgment, relationships, and accountability. Stay human. Then we know. Try this out this week in 10 minutes. Summarize. Paste a long email thread or meeting notes and just write a prompt. Summarize in 5 bullet points for someone who missed it. List open questions separately. It's very simple. You can go try it by taking any scripts from a facilitator or Teams. Just put them into the chat and see if it's solving your problem or not. Draft from bullets. For example, give 4 rough bullet points. Turn these into a professional email to a vendor or to an executive firm. But make it polite and under 150 words, something like that. Try the third one. Classify and extract. Paste 10 messy rows. Could be complaints, deductions, tickets, anything. Classify each category, urgency, and provide a one-line summary as a table. Let's see if it's working. Use the 5-part anatomy from slide 9. Let me go back and talk about this. Role, task, context, format, escape hatch. That's very important. It means you have to give very clear instructions on how you can do it. Okay, so let's take a moment to understand these key concepts as well. We have AML and LLM model training, followed by inference, the prompt, and the token. Then there is the context window, the issue of hallucination, and the importance of grounding. We also need to consider RAG, the process of fine-tuning, and finally, the setting for temperature. Okay, if they remember 3 things, alright, let me just review this. So there are multiple things that we've already discussed, and that's how we've covered them. You have to understand these things. You can learn more about them on the internet. For example, a prompt refers to the area, inputs, or everything you send as instructions and content. Inference is whatever we do with a trained model, basically whatever actions you perform with it. Training is the one-time process that builds the model. AML is the field or system that learns patterns from data. LLM stands for Large Language Model. It predicts text. The current start tokens are about 1/4 of a word, the units used for cost and limits. Grounding and RAG involve supplying real data so that answers are based on facts. Fine-tuning is additional training to specialize a model. The context window is like its working memory for the current session, so don't keep changing the chat all the time. That's all it means. So in 3 lines, LLMs predict language, not truth. They're great with words, but ground them in real data before trusting their facts. Output quality equals input quality. Output quality equals input quality. Role, task, context, format, escape hatch. The prompt is the job specification. This was the brain. Agent, add hands. Tools, memory, guardrails, and the loop turn this brain into a worker. Okay, we'll explain that in part 2. Thank you so much. That's all from my side.